This is the video for lesson 8.7, and we're going to review step 1. In step 1, you have 5 lines, and you're given the 2 endpoints of each line, and you have to figure out the slope, the equation for that line, and then the domain for that line. So for number 1, it's referring to this purple line right here that's going from the point 0, 5 to the point 1, 0. To find the slope, it's change in y over change in x. So y2 is 0, y1 is 5, so that's why I have 0 minus 5 as the numerator. The denominator is the change in x. x2 is 1, x1 is 0, so the change in x is 1 minus 0. So 0 minus 5 is negative 5, 1 minus 0 is 1, so the slope is negative 5 over 1, which I can simplify to just negative 5. I know the slope is negative 5. Now I need the y-intercept to put it in slope-intercept form. I have the y-intercept right here. So when x is 0, y is 5. That's right there. So I have the slope of negative 5, a y-intercept of positive 5. I can put that into the slope-intercept equation here. The slope times x plus the y-intercept. The domain of the function, you'll remember, you can think of it as the furthest to the left the graph goes to the furthest to the right the line goes on the x-axis. So if I look at this purple line, the furthest to the left is right here. At this point, there's an x value of 0. The furthest to the right the line goes is here, and at this point, the x value is 1. So in this function, the only x values that we have are between 0 and 1. So that's why I can write the domain like this. X is greater than 0, but less than 1. Let's do one more. The endpoints. Now we're referring to this black line here, going from 0, 4, that's this point, to 2, 0, that's down here. So slope. First, I need the change in y. So y2 minus y1. y2 is 0, y1 is 4. So I'm going to do 0 minus 4, that's the numerator, over, that's my fraction bar, change in x. x2 is 2, x1 is 0, so 2 minus 0. This is equal to 0 minus 4 is negative 4 over 2 minus 0 is 2, so the slope is negative 4 over 2. I can simplify that to negative 2. My equation, slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. The slope is negative 2, so I can say negative 2 times x plus the y-intercept. I know from this point right here that the y-intercept is 4, because when x is 0, y is 4. There's my equation. The domain. Let's take a look at this black line. The furthest to the left it goes is right here. That's an x of 0. So 0 is the lowest possible x value. So x has to be greater than 0, but less than what? Let's check. The furthest to the right that this graph goes is right here. That is an x value of 2. So I can say the domain is the x values of this function are all in between the numbers 0 and 2. X is greater than 0 and less than 2. So you're going to continue that type of pattern for these remaining 3 lines based off of those 3 endpoints.